All right, welcome back, everybody. Next episode of Hogwarts Legacy. Last episode, we continued on our trek for just doing all the quests that we have going on. We have quite a bit to do. Still, we have the main story, which obviously we are going to push off until we get most of these done. So we have to talk to Poppy about, we returned a dragon egg, and her grandma seems to be, I believe it's her grandma, seems to be missing at this time, and we think the poachers are doing it, so I think we'll probably be talking about that, maybe having a quest to go for that, and then we will talk to Natty outside of Hogsmeade, and then we can continue the Sebastian storyline in the Undercroft. So, determining on how long some of these are, if they're actual conversations, or if they turn into quests, we shall see. But let's start with Poppy.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Didn't we take a quiz in this game about the golden Snidget? So, like, a Snidget was the original ball in whatever, Quidditch? I think it's Quidditch. I believe that's what it was.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
I'm so smart.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Oh, so we don't actually have a quest
as
yet.
soon as I have a plan.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. So we're going to go talk to centaurs. I'm here for it. I'm all about that. Let's do the Natty conversation / maybe quest. Is it here? Or is it outside of Hogsmeade? Ah, it's outside. Okay. I think I have to go into Hogsmeade way, and then we can just run south. Do it. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, night, whatever it is where you are.
Travel was before I invented flu powder.
It's been a good week here for me. Work was a little light this week, so I was able to actually rush out a number of episodes. I'm still working on pre-recording and whatnot, so sadly I won't be able to take Bunch of what is said in the comments section and incorporate it into the game. I apologize for that. We just have
Are
a
you
lot
ready
going
to
on
put
for
an end to Harlow?
about 3 months or so. So,
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
fair.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Okay, that not
Hopefully,
too.
by the time you return,
not
I will
too
be
bad.
able to move a bit more freely.
So let's go question a bunch of people and see how it goes. See if we learn anything. Heck was that sound? First of all, I don't know. I can't find it. Whatever. Up we go.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Stairs? Yeah. The point of this room. Pissing me off though, because it's not symmetrical at all.
Oh, Isco, what
Hello.
have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Jailbreak time.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may
Dirtbag.
sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get
I'll
evidence
figure it out.
against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Oh, it's way too late for that, miss. Mrs. Ray, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us if you understand
Some
our meaning.
evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wait, is there another one, like, in the
I
building?
hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Oh, the 21 gold I just took in front of your face? Yeah, I didn't take that. No way.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir.
What's that?
I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Oh
We
boy.
haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track.
True.
Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Not enough
Go find this Agabus. Kind of a wonky name. Is that an actual name, like in real life? Are some of these? Maybe in like other times. I don't know.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Like what year is this? You know what I mean?
Hello there.
Good question. I'm not sure. A big lock. Holy moly.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Could go either.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
All right, let's go talk to Natty and see if she learned anything, and then give her what we learned. It is starting to feel like we are nearing the end of the game, sort of. A lot of things are starting to come together, and we can see the end, essentially. Is what it feels like.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
We sprint back into town.
Revelio.
Beautiful. What do we think has happened? Parkour.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand.
Oh boy.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Okay.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Okay, well. That sounded inconspicuous.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
A hideout right here? That's crazy.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. Accio. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
I love when they just leave money around. My favorite.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Spoils for our efforts.
Saw that person turning around.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
How do we?
Troll. Waste of my time if you
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Oh, I could have hit him. Shoot.
Concentrate.
He's freaking out.
Revelio. Patricus Totalis.
Loot.
Everyone in Upper Hogs, there's been nothing but trouble.
Revelio.
Anything else in here? Well, we like this.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend, if they're daft enough to try to come through.
I've raided Rockborough more times than I can count. They're
Jason.
incapable of defending themselves.
Revelio.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is.
Patricus Totalis. Revelio.
Go take this guy out first.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, innit?
Patricus Totalis.
Oh, get out of the way. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, well, that killed it.
Bombarda. Defender.
Expulsum! Not so tough now, are ya?
Wait, is she dead already? The executioner was stronger than her.
Best get a tombstone. Revelio.
That's kind of crazy.
Somebody.
Something's not right here.
Hi.
Bombarda. Stupid one. Defender.
You die for that.
Revelio.
Hello.
Nothing and no one.
I know you're there. You should never have come here.
Still here.
Expulso!
Yeah, these guys have more health than the other ones did. Kind of wild.
What's here?
I'm gonna wait for them to come down to me. Can't open stuff?
Revelio.
What are you, shy? I've seen more come.
Depulso.
Whatever. Well, we'll get back to him. I just want loot.
Revelio.
Just everything. Okay. Kind of not worth it at all, but whatever. Okay.
I don't wait.
Bombarda.
Oh, he gets his health back? That's kind of whack.
Expulso! Expulso!
There we go. Or another
Revelio.
route this way. Well, I want the chest though. This is major, major stuff right here. Go up or do we go down? I feel like this way was supposed to be the sneaky way, so let's see where this goes. Do. Just another way up. Yeah. I mean, that works.
Patricus
Got him.
Totalis.
Okay.
Revelio.
Well, feel like I missed some things over there. I feel like we should go. Jump over. like that's where I need to go. So we're gonna go down this way. Go up these stairs and grab this stuff. Still trying to find a love letter. Oh gosh, and it's pink. Alright, my darling Otto, I've read your last letter over and over and am certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. Aw, how cute. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within our grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I'm off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately,
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie.
That was really hard for me to read.
He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
So did we keep it? Doesn't matter. We trek forward.
He must be here somewhere. Revelio.
Yeah, give me a second. Steal everything. Is anybody in here? Who are you? Oh, Natty. Yeah. No. We'll talk to this guy.
Mr. Rabe.
I guess. We have
Daisy
to.
told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best.
They're all
Any
dead.
idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able
Revelio.
It must be blocked by something. My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
I just need to run around. Revelio ain't
Revelio.
doing nothing.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Revelio.
Oh, what
Hello,
the
Gamora.
heck? Got
Mr.
it.
Rabe's wand must be nearby if he can
We
sense it
don't
from his
figure
cell.
it
Mr.
out.
Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Be absolutely nothing. That's simple, huh? That's crazy. Hands with human skulls in it. That's crazy.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Sure. But we are going to end the episode there, and we will continue here next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.